Congratulations. Now what I would challenge you to do is figure out a genius statement off of your 3 external scores. So here's the way I would say that. I'm naturally gifted to, and then if empathy is the highest, I'm naturally gifted to read people extremely well. If it's practical thinking is your highest, I'm naturally gifted or talented to be able to see many different ways to solve a problem at the same exact time. It could come back with a systems judgment highest, which means I'm naturally gifted or I'm naturally talented to be able to see the bigger picture. You might have all 3 of them, which in that case as a triple master is a gift, and it could be a little bit of a curse because you're thinking of all of those things at the same time. So you might actually benefit from having a sounding board to help you figure out which one's most important right here, right now. So as you look at your 3 genius statements, I'm naturally gifted to, I'm fed by opportunities where I get to do this for this reason, I go about it in this way. So I'm naturally gifted, right? Naturally talented. I'm passionate about doing it for this outcome. I go about it in this sort of way. As you write those 3 statements out, it's going to give you the ability to very objectively talk about your talents, your motivators, and your behaviors in one succinct sentence. So generalized overview, what we have is we have 3 completely different psychologies. The behavioral psychology of DISC comes from the 20s, where Dr. Marston was figuring out the different behaviors and how we tend to approach the world. The values is a bit older of a psychology, about 10, 12 years older than the behavioral psychology. And what that helps us understand is what's the passions, attitudes, and motivators. The more recent of the 3 psychologies, the axiological psychology, or the dimensional balance piece, that is actually, Dr. Hartman was nominated for a Nobel Prize in 1973 for the work that he had completed. As we combine those 3, understand one thing. Those 3 psychologies were really never meant to go together. It's kind of like having an X-ray, a CAT scan, and an MRI, measuring the same person from different angles, allowing you to be able to see yourself in those 3 different areas. For convenience sake, we've actually put them into one document, but please remember, these are 3 totally separate psychologies. We call them the Advanced Insights because for convenience sake, we give you one link to complete all 3. Maybe you just completed the 2, so you have what's called the DISC Plus, which is the behavioral psychology and it's the value psychology combined into one document. They are not both DISC. One is actually DISC, which is the how. The other one is the values, which is the why. We named it DISC Plus just for the sake of it being easy and well accepted in the market. What we found as we've worked with these instruments over the last 20 years is that a lot of different people have a lot of different reasons as to why they're going to go down this path. The amazing opportunity you have right now is to begin this journey and take these documents and let them serve as a bit of a reference point. Not that they're going to constrain or ever keep you in one place, but to, again, the 2 skill sets that hyper-performing people, the most successful people in the world have, which you, the good news is, are able to gain are that self-awareness and then authenticity. Authenticity is that conviction or that desire to stay true to yourself. So now, take your different genius statements and put those into play and then operate from those as you make decisions on what you're going to do. You're going to have opportunities where you're going to be doing things that maybe don't naturally feed you. And it's okay to do that. That actually helps build that grit and resilience within you. But if you're doing things that are outside of that natural comfort zone or natural talent set a deadline when you're going to stop, which will give you the ability to be able to engage more in the here and the now. All of us do things that we're not naturally gifted to do. It's just some of us don't understand why we feel that frustration. So now that you have this roadmap, you're going to be able to say to yourself, I know why this causes me a little bit of anxiety. I know why I struggle a little bit more here. It's not because you're not intelligent enough or talented enough or committed enough. It's just literally a blind spot. Hopefully you've been able to take some of this vocabulary, watch these videos as many times as you can, and continue to perfect the perfect you. You're already perfect. The question is do you understand you? And what can you do with it? Thanks for trusting us enough to begin this journey. Let's have some fun. We'll see you soon.